方として見るんでしょうか。それとも年金もらい始めたら何ですか。
Namanda, 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 Namanda.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to today's Shotsuki Hoyo service on this November 5th, 2023. It's beautiful, another beautiful day in San Diego, not a cloud in the sky. So thank you for joining us today. We will start today with the fruit and floral offerings by the Dharma School 4th through 8th grade students. Thank you. We will begin today's service with silent meditation.
Kansho, the Dharma speaks to us through the sounds of the world, forcefully and eloquently and beautifully. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda.
Because this is the first Sunday of November, we'll be, and this is the Shotsuki Hoyo service, we'll have the reading of the Shotsuki Hoyo names by Reverend Smitty.
And I invite you to come forward and offer incense as names are read of loved ones, family, and friends. Mitsuo Ishihara. Yukio Kawamoto. David T. Shiraishi. Kirk Akahoshi. Norman Satoshi Yagare. Tokuko Huffman. Kazuo Kosaka. Shigeru Oto. Ritsuko Nabeta. Dennis Morinaka. Yoshiko Nakamura. Akiji Ochi. Sachie Yamamoto. Albert Ichiro Saito. Tamayo Yoshisaka. Philip Marin Martinez. Dick Toshio Hachisu. Fusako Matsui. George Terasaki. Sadako Ishizu. Asako Fujii. Kunio Kawamoto. Hiroichi Hiroshige. Max E. Barrett. Takayoshi Ohara. Margaret Fumiko Terada. Hatsuye Ueno. Sachiko Santo Higashi. Katsuyo Hamaguchi. Aiko Hamatake. Kiichi Omori. Richard Ejima. Kimi Ikenoye. Fujie Sakamoto. Zensuke Tsuyoshi. Chiyo Yamashita. Kiku Tsuyoshi. Umeno Itami. Tora Azuma. Shigeru Masumoto. Isao Nishiguchi. Iwa Furuya. Sonojo Samashima. Kiyoji Mayumi. Taira Hosaka. Shinobu Takeshita. Stephen Torio. Lillian Segawa. Nao Taketa. Motoji Yara. Hatsuno Tsuji. Asano Iguchi. Okiku Sakamoto. Hamako Nakamura. Imetaro Kawamoto. Masashi Ito. Yasuo Murata. Kanejiro Kondo. Mine Sugiyama, Ejiro Inoue, Kiemon Shinden, Shika Masumoto, Setsuko Mizoshima, Suye Kato, Chioi Yano, Shinyemon Honda, Shintaro Morikawa, Tsugi Imazumi. You may also come forward and offer incense for any friend, family member, loved one who has passed away in the month of November, whether I read their name or not.
We will now do sutra chanting, Jusei-ge, led by Certified Minister's Assistant Sharon Sasaki. The Jusei-ge is on the blue book on page 35.
Gagon chosegan hishimu jodo shigan fumanzo seifujo shogak gao muryoko fuirai seshu Fusai shobingu seifujo shoga gashi jobutsudo myosho chojipo kukyo mishomon seifujo shoga ryokujin shonen Joe Shubongyo Shigumu Jodo Isho Tenninshi Jindiki and Aiko Fusho Musaido Shoujo San Kumyo Kosai Shuyakunan Kai chi again, meshi kon moan, hei sokusho akudo, tsuratsu zen shumon, koso jo manzo, ioro jipo, nichigatsu shujuki, Tenkon Pugen Ishu Kai Hozo 個世苦六法上大集中説法四四苦供養一切物具足習徳本元年出場満得意三害を女仏無下地つら罪不傷願学営利投資最小損志願役国大聖の感動国書天人とちみょけなまんだぶなまんだぶなまんだぶなまんだぶなまんだぶなまんだぶがにしくどく平等性一切どんぼ大心お嬢あんらこKansho Namandabs, 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 namandab, namandabs, namandabs, namandabs.
Please rise for the recitation of the three treasures. It's on page 91 in the service book. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves our supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandab, 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 namandab. Please be seated. Okay, today we have our Dharma message will be presented or given by our own minister's assistant, Bill Teague.
Thank you, Ken. We're going to start by reciting the Nembutsu, so please put your hands together in Gassho. We'll do it in call and response form. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Namanda.
Well, I hope everybody's doing okay. It's so nice to see you all here, and also our Dharma School students. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. The Sangha exists because each one of us has a presence. As adults, kids, it's all the same. Each one of us is an important part of the Sangha. So we don't say it often enough, but thank you, Dharma School kids, for being part of the Sangha. So I wanted to let you know that today's Dharma School talk is being brought to you by the word hello. So I'm going to go ahead and say hello, and go ahead and say hello back. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Very good. That's the end of the Dharma talk for today, so thank you. But if I could just for a minute, hello is a wonderful English word. Arguably, we're at our most open, non-judgmental, friendly when we say hello. Most of us, when we say hello, it's authentic, it comes from the heart. Very few people are mean to you when they say hello. It could happen, I guess, but not that often. So I thought it was a beautiful word to go ahead and be the sponsor for today's Dharma talk. And because I've been asked in the past to go ahead and help Dharma School students with a little bit of ritual, remember that when we enter the temple, we do a few things that are special. So one of the things is that we bow, and some of you may remember this. So just at the entryway, right where the door frame is, if you will, the lintel of the hondo here, when you enter, you stop and you bow. And is it in Jodo Shinshu we tend to have two bows, a mild bow and a deep bow. Is it a mild bow or a deep bow? What's that answer? Yeah, perfect. See? That's excellent. And then, after bowing, you don't have to put your hands together in Gassho or anything like that. You just make a slight bow, which shows, among other things, that you are respectful of the temple when you come in. It also is good practice to adults as well as kids to relax our ego a little bit. You can't be too proud of yourself or let your ego get your head when you're bowing, because you're showing that you appreciate all others. And the last important question, what foot do you use when you enter the hondo? Yes? Left. See? So I won't have to do this ever again to remind you. But no, I'm glad you learned that lesson so well. It's a nice thing. Now, if you forget, it's okay. So happy to see you regardless. But it's a nice thing to do for etiquette, to be polite. And the only thing I wanted to mention to you today is that one thing you could do when you come into the temple and you bow is think to yourself, you're not going to say it, but hello, Buddha. Hello, Buddha. Very friendly, very open. It's a nice thing to say. It'll put you in the right frame of mind for the service. And you'll be excused in a little bit, so I should go ahead and just make sure that you recall when you exit the hondo, which way do you face? Yes? Yeah, you face the shrine. Because we're saying goodbye. Goodbye to the Buddha. Goodbye, Buddha. And then when you leave, you're still facing the shrine. You're going to have to go ahead and take a step back and turn around. What foot do you step back with? You've answered all of them. So yeah, see, everybody knows. This is great. I really appreciate it. And the theory is, you don't have to worry about this, but the theory is that when we come to the temple, the left foot represents us and the right foot represents the Buddha. So we've come to the temple, we hear the teachings of the Buddha, and when we exit, we have the teachings of the Buddha, so we exit with the right foot. We are kind of ignorant, or at least not in the right frame of mind, maybe. And maybe we got up on the wrong side of the bed when we first came to the temple, so we enter with our left foot. We say our respects, we bow. In your mind, you can think, hello, Buddha. And then you get to have a beautiful service like today to put you in a good mood. So I did want to go ahead and have a little bit of participation. I promise I won't embarrass any of the kids in Dharma School, but could Dharma School kids just come up here, line up here? Oh, nice turnout today. So go ahead and start here. We're going to line up facing forward at first. And we can stretch out the line if you want this far. Thank you, everybody. Make it a diverse group. Thank you, Ken. I just needed a little bit. So if we had more room, we want to keep you on camera, so this will seem a little strange, I guess. Let's see what we can do. I want you to go ahead and practice saying hello. So what you're going to do is turn to your right and face the person and wave and say hello. No, the rest of you. So when somebody says hello to you, you turn around to them and you say hello back. And then it's your turn. The next person turns around and says hello, okay? So let's give that a try. I hope it wasn't too confusing, but turn around, wave hello, and say hello. So that's pretty awesome. Maybe you got a sense of how friendly it is to say hello and how it makes you feel. So hello is a good word to keep in mind. So once again, when you enter the hondo, when you're respectful and you bow, you can also think to yourself, hello, Buddha. Because in our tradition, we like to put ourselves in the right frame of mind. And sometimes we even, in the adult Dharma talks, we talk about when we talk about the Nembutsu, for example, Nembutsu can be translated as Buddha in mind. So we want to keep the Buddha in mind, and maybe in short periods of time, the Buddha mind and our mind are one. If you're kind to everyone at that moment, you're sharing the Buddha mind too. So I think you guys did a great job. Let's give them a round of applause. Go ahead and take your seat. Sorry for the mic noise. So in a moment, I'll go ahead and change the word of the Dharma School talk to goodbye. But while it's still hello, I did just want to make a connection to today, and that is that it's a different situation, of course, but some of you may have already had parents. I hope not. I'm talking to Dharma School parents. I'm Dharma School children. But grandparents or great-grandparents passed away, and you knew them. You loved them. They were part of your family. So when people come to offer incense, that's a way of saying hello to those ones we've lost as well. I know that for some of you, there's pain involved, but the reason that there's pain involved at all is because you loved them. They were a part of you. They're gone now. But our way of thinking in Jodo Shinshu is that we get to say hello to them. We get to appreciate them. we get to thank them. And the Japanese term Shotsuki Hoyo can be translated lots of ways. Sometimes it's first month Dharma memorial or Dharma service. First month here means as early as they can in each month, they want to go ahead and give us all an opportunity to remember people who passed away in that month. But I read a Dharma talk by our former bishop, Reverend Kodo Umezu, who let people know that sho is a positive word in Japanese. It can mean celebration, it can mean joy, and it can mean embrace. So although there's sadness, there's also happiness that even in this fashion, we embrace those loved ones who've passed away. So thank you everyone, of course, for participating in the Shotsuki Hoyo portion of the service, and special thanks to the Dharma School students. So before I say goodbye, please join me one more time. Put your hands together in Gassho, and we'll recite the Nembutsu call and response form. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo.
Namanda.
Namo. Namanda.
And goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, for that wonderful reminder. When I'm just walking in the park or going for a walk or whatever, having a person just say hello, or if I say hello to somebody else, that's always, it always kind of gives, when somebody else says hello to me, it always puts a smile on my face, so it always kind of cheers me up through the day. So it's a great reminder to think about just saying hello and being a little bit, being friendly, and also saying hello to you, the ones that have helped you grow in your life when you come here to the temple. All right, we will now have the Gatha Namo Amida Butsu. Please rise for the Gatha Namo Amida Butsu on page 122. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandab, 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 namandab. Please be seated. Are there any announcements? I have a couple of them that were given to me. The 2023 winter clothing donation drive. The Buddhist Temple of San Diego and Dana Group is supporting Streets of Hope, an organization with vision to give hope to those who live on the streets of San Diego. We will need gently used warm clothing, such items such as jackets, sweaters, sweatshirts, thick socks, etc. Please drop them off here at the temple. They'll be collecting through November 30th, so until the end of this month. Also, next Sunday, November 12th, during our Eitai Kill service, we'll also hold our All Life Forms Memorial. Please take a moment to submit the name, or in the case of trees, plants, and other non-pet animals, a simple description of somebody or some being who is no longer with us. They don't have to be to have been passed. They don't have to have passed away during this year. It may be any being that you miss or want to remember having touched your life. So I believe the forms are in the back. So please fill them out, and I think there's a box over there that you could put them in. Any other announcements?
Thanks, Ken. I just wanted to invite everyone to come to the Saturday seminar on the Nembutsu. We're going to have both our supervising minister, Reverend Gregory Gibbs from the Pasadena Buddhist Temple, as well as our ordained minister's assistant, Reverend Laverne Mori, participating. I'll be chairing it. It goes from 3 to 4:30. We did it in the afternoon, so folks who want to drive while there's still daylight will be able to do so. Now, there's also a great event happening at the Vista Buddhist Temple that's online as well as in person. It's a gathering, a Buddhist gathering they do every year, and they have people from all over. As a convenience to the Sangha, we'll go ahead and be showing their gathering on this larger screen TV here in the Hondo before the service if people would like, and we'll have refreshments available for you if you'd like to come. Now, the member seminar, the one we're doing at 3, free to all temple members. It's our way of saying thank you, and certainly anybody else who wants to attend. We are asking just a donation of $25. And if you would like, or rather watch it online, that's still possible, but it still requires registration. So again, any temple member who needs the link, please contact the temple, or those folks who see me, certainly you can just let me know. And then if the same rates are going to apply, that is that we will ask people who aren't temple members for the donation, only because there are some small expenses involved in putting on the seminar. Regardless, we really appreciate if you can come. Nembutsu, of course, the heart of our Jodo Shinshu tradition. And if some of you are new to this tradition, it's how we go ahead and keep the Buddha in mind. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and Ken. And my name is Glenn Nagoro, and again this year, Ralph Honda and I will be chairing the annual Mochitsuki project, which will be on Sunday, December 10th. This is where we make rice, usually for New Year's, little rice cakes. And we have an order form, which is in the Kaiho and also available in the office, and thanks to Bill Teague, I think this will be on our website. And if you'd like to order mochi, usually it's $7 for a small bag. It's about 6 pieces. And then 2 kasane, which are larger mochis you can use for your butsudan, and that's $10. And our deadline for that is Sunday, November 26th. So please place your orders. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here to announce that the San Diego Asian Film Festival is going on now. and it's being held at the Regal Edwards Cinema in Mira Mesa. And you might wonder, what connection does that have to the Buddhist temple? Well, for the old-time families, I don't know if you remember the Uda family, but if people remember David Hatsuo Uda, he has a bit part in this movie called Hitohata, Raise the Banner. It was made in 1980. And he was a temple member many years ago, and he left San Diego to go to LA to become an actor. And so he has a bit part in this movie. The main actors are Mako and Pat Morita, and it's showing tomorrow, Monday, at 6 p.m. So anyway, that's just a tie into the temple. So if you never saw him act, he has a bit part, and I think his credit is under Hatsuo Uda, if you remember the Uda family. And a side note is that they show while you're waiting, they show this movie, not like trailer, it's not the trailer part, but they showed some people who attended last year. So Chelsea, because they had the Taiko group, Chelsea represented the San Diego Buddhist Temple Taiko group, and so with the Nadawan Taiko group and other San Diego Taiko groups. So she's up on the screen, and so is Margot. Anyway, so thank you very much. And Margot, you don't have to lower the mic.
Hi, I didn't have to adjust the mic because I followed Shirley, so that's cool. I'm your friendly brittle lady. I got a look from one of the BWA lady leaders, who shall remain nameless, that I'm supposed to come up and do this last push for the brittle. Wednesday, we're going to be having a big packaging party. It's like a big gift wrapping party, and put some cute little bows on there. So if you want brittle, there's not that much left because everything was pre-ordered. So the order forms are in the office. So, and that's it.
For the junior YBA Thanksgiving food box drive, we still have 2 more weeks. Donations can be placed in the box in the hospitality room, and we'll take non-perishable items. Please do not give expired items, and then we'll take monetary donations as well. Thank you very much.
All right, a lot of announcements today, but a lot of worthwhile announcements as well. So, do we have any guests today? I'd like to welcome you. Please stand if you are a guest here. Okay. Welcome. All right, so the Dharma School kids can come up here to do Oshoko and can be excused to class. Okay, we will continue with the adult portion of the service. We will start with the Vandana Tisarana on page 96. Please join us with, even though it says leader on there, please join us with all of it. So as you recite the Vandana Tisarana, please do both parts.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Kie Butsu. Namo Kie Ho. Namo Kie So. Gasho Namanda 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 Namanda.
Okay, we will now have the adult Dharma message by Reverend Smitty.
Hello. Just wanted to see if you were paying attention during Bill's Dharma School message. You were. Good. Thank you. I also got to say this, that I think that Mochisuki Project is the name of Glenn and Ralph's garage band. Those of you of a certain age will understand that. So, good morning. As I begin my Dharma talk today, please join me in Gasho. When sentient beings think on Amida, just as a child thinks of its mother, they indeed see the Tathagata, who is never distant, both in the present and in the future. Such beings are like people who, imbued with incense, bear its fragrance on their bodies. They may be called those adorned with fragrance of light. Namo Medabits, Namo Medabits, Namandab, Namandab, Namandab. Well, that passage I just shared with you is from Shinran Shonin's Hymns of the Pure Land, also known as the Jodo Wasan. And the Jodo Wasan, the Koso Wasan, which is the Hymns of the Pure Land Masters, and the Shoujo Matsu Wasan, or the Hymns of the Dharma Ages, are the poems that are chanted along with Shoshin and Butsuge. And there's a note in the collected works of Shinran that tells us that this term, fragrance of light, refers to the Nembutsu, which is wisdom. So those who are mindful of Amida are infused with the Buddha's wisdom. And I sort of like this notion of the fragrance of light. We tend to think of light by using our sense of sight. But here in this hymn, we're asked to consider experiencing light or wisdom through our sense of smell. And this time of year, most people say that we're entering the holiday season. Others, maybe more pessimistically, call this time of year the cold and flu season. I like to think that we're coming into the season of smells and aromas. We just celebrated Halloween, we're headed toward Thanksgiving, and the Hallmark Network has already started airing Christmas movies around the clock. You really can't pass a Starbucks without getting a whiff of pumpkin spice latte. And the autumn air tends to be brisk and crisp and laden with this slightly sharp scent of fallen leaves and decaying plants. And soon our homes will be filled with wafting aromas, the savory smell of turkey and stuffing, the warm scent of cinnamon and apples of a baked pie, and the tangy smells of cranberries and oranges and apple cider, the yeasty scent of freshly baked bread. These smells greet us at Thanksgiving meals, and they're prepared and enjoyed. Not long after that, we'll be inhaling the scents of pine and wood fires and baking cookies and hot chocolate. And throughout this time, there'll be smells of cinnamon and nutmeg, cardamom, sage, rosemary, cloves, peppermint, chocolate, ginger, and more. And they're all assailing or pleasing our noses. Did you know that the sense of smell is closely linked with memory, probably more so than our other senses? In addition to being the sense most closely linked to memory, the sense of smell is also highly emotive. After entering the nose and passing through the olfactory bulb, smell information is sent to the amygdala and the hippocampus, the regions of the brain related to emotion and memory. Although, you know, amygdala sounds to me like a superhero from a faraway planet, and hippocampus sounds like a place where hippos go to college. But they're actually parts of the brain. Anyway, olfaction is the only sense that gets processed in this area of the brain. Therefore, smell is the sense that most strongly is linked to the brain areas that are involved in emotion and learning and memory. This is why the season of smells and aromas can trigger the ghosts of holidays past or a nostalgia for days gone by. And who doesn't love the smell of hot julienne apple pie or frothy pumpkin spice latte? Those scents can make us feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I hope that the smells of this season evoke pleasant and happy memories and emotions for all of you. You know, the temple has its own smell, and it's that of burning incense, especially during services. And on a day like today, a Shotsuki Hoyo service, when we remember loved ones who have passed away, we tend to burn more incense than during other Dharma services. And as the incense burns and the fragrant smoke fills the air, it may evoke certain emotions and memories in each of us. For some, there might be the memories of loved ones and friends who have passed away, of funerals and memorial services, especially as we observe this Shotsuki. And for others, you might recall a favorite minister and their Dharma talks or the services that they held. And some of you might be recalling special services or events such as Obon and Bonodori of days gone by. And yet others may be remembering their Dharma school or junior YBA days, joyful times with friends and classmates. And the smell of burning incense can trigger so many memories and emotions and infuse us with new ones at the same time. The practice of burning incense or offering incense is often said to be symbolic of purification. It makes the air smell better. It makes this place seem sacred. And the sutras are filled with references to burning incense or aromatic woods. And Buddhist teachers and masters use burning incense in countless similes and metaphors throughout their writings and commentaries. Incense has long been associated with cleanliness. Burning incense is a way to provide a fresh and pure scent to the temple, both enhancing the spiritual atmosphere of the place of reverence and that of the follower as well. And burning of incense symbolizes purification of the mind and body before we pay homage to the Buddha and before we listen to the Dharma. Burning incense symbolizes the truth of impermanence. The sticks or granular incense change from solid to ash, and the smoke wafts and shifts, ever changing its shape as it drifts in the air. And the human body can be likened to the incense itself, both living and dying simultaneously. The smoke rises from the incense burner, filling the hondo with a beautiful scent, while it reminds us of the transient nature of all existence. When only the ashes are left, the fragrance still remains. There's symbolism here with the passing of friends and family. When the body is turned to ashes in the fire of cremation, the body may be gone, but our loved ones are still present in our lives in other forms, in our hearts and in our memories of them. As incense burns during services, the smell lingers and clings to us. You know, my robes seem to always have this smell of incense to them, even when they've just been cleaned. And the smell of incense adheres to us, seeping into our minds and entering our memories. We don't realize that it's becoming part of us, but subtly it melds with our minds. And the Dharma, like the smoke of the incense, also clings to us, seeping into our minds, working its way into our memories. Like the smell of incense, we don't realize that the Dharma is becoming part of us, but it subtly melds with our minds, adorning us with the Nembutsu and imbuing us with the wisdom of Amida. Please join me once again in Gassho. When sentient beings think on Amida, just as a child thinks of its mother, they indeed see the Tathagata, who is never distant, but in the present and in the future. Such beings are like people who, imbued with the incense, bear its fragrance on their bodies. They may be called those adorned with the fragrance of light. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandab, Namandab, Namandab.
Thank you, Reverend Smitty, for that wonderful talk. When I had gone away for college, after graduating high school, I hadn't been over here to the temple for a little bit of time. And when I first came back into the Hondo area here, the smell of the incense just really comforted me. So it brought back so many great memories of growing up here in the temple. Speaking of memories of growing up here in the temple, we will do our music meditation, but with the meditation, I get to choose a selected reading. And the reading that I'm going to be selecting is one that one of the pillars of our temple had always said. And when I was growing up in the temple, he would always say it so eloquently, so very powerfully. It was Mr. Ben Honda who would always do this specific selected reading. I'm not going to do it justice like how he used to say it, but it just was something that I wanted to share as well. So we will now do music meditation. Sorry. We will now do Ondok-san. The Gatha, please rise for the Gatha Ondok-san on page 128. Okay. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandab, namandab, namandab. Please be seated. Now we will do closing meditation, closing music meditation. May the wisdom of the all-compassionate one so shine within our hearts and mind that the mist of error and the foolish vanity of self be dispelled. So shall we understand the changing nature of existence and reach spiritual peace. Gasho, Namo Amida Butsu,
Namo
Namo
Amida
Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandab.
Namandab, namandab, namandab.
Thank you for joining us today here at the temple for our Shotsuki Hoyo service. I'd like to thank Arturo Rubio, CMA, for ringing the Kansho, Sharon Sasaki, CMA, for leading us in chanting, our musician, Robert Yamamoto. Otherwise, you'd have to hear me in a cappella, which you don't want to hear. And our officiant, Reverend Smitty, and our audio-video crew. Both Brevin is already downstairs, and we have Bill over here. And thank you, Bill, for the wonderful Dharma talk as well. And please, we'll be having the Japanese Dharma talk after service, or a little bit in just a few minutes. We will also be having our hospitality downstairs as well. So if you'd like to stay here for the Japanese Dharma talk, please stay up here. Maybe move a little bit closer to the TV. And anybody who's leaving at this time can do Oshoko right now. So thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the beautiful day here in San Diego again. Thanks.
So for our visitors who are watching us on live stream, the Japanese Dharma message, or Howa, will not be live streamed. And we're going to take a few minutes to make sure we can make it work. We are having some problems running it from my computer to the big screen TV, but I'm told that the big screen TV has its own YouTube, has its independent connection to the internet, so we're going to try that next. It'll just take a little bit of time, so we appreciate your patience. Thank you. Also, there are handouts about the Nembutsu seminar in the foyer at the back end of the Hondo. Thank you very much. So I appreciate your patience. We think we have a solution to even use the big screen, so if you'll give us just a second, we'll make sure it's working for everybody. Thank you.
先週は日本の京都から、佐々木先生という方がゲストスピーカーで来てくださいまして、日本語じゃないですね、英語でお話をねしてくださいました。現実と、幻想の間、スペースシャトルの間でっていう題でね、ご自身なんか綺麗なね題名ですけどね、そのテーマでお話をしてくださいました。もし皆
Ken Muraoka figured out for us what to make this work. Thank you for your patience. We'll go ahead and start the video from the beginning. The more you suggested this. Do you have any? Okay, thank you so much. Here we go.
はい、先週は日本の京都から、佐々木先生という方がゲストスピーカーで来てくださいまして、日本語じゃないですね、英語でお話をねしてくださいました。現実と幻想の間、スペースシャトルの間でっていう題でね、ご自身なんか綺麗なね題名ですけどね、そのテーマでお話をしてくださいました。もし見逃された方は、もしねよろしかったらサンノゼ別院の YouTube チャンネルで、はい、先週のものがアーカイブで上がってますので、ぜひご覧いただければと思います。佐々木先生がねお話ししてくださったことを自分なりに聞かせてもらったらとしたらですね、人間の知恵の世界との限界というか、そしてあと仏様の知恵の世界の広がりというところの違いをねお話ししてくださったかなっていうふうにね思います。今日はそういう感じのところをねお話ししたいと思うんですけどね、ところで皆さん最近になってちょっとずつ、まだ暑いですけども、はい、この夏ですね、桜の木は見られましたでしょうか。桜の木ね、そう私はね見てなかったですね実はもう全然見てなかったですけどもね、これどこで聞いたこのクエスチョンをですね聞いたのは築地本願寺でね、毎週法話やってますけども、その中の先生がお話しされてたことでした。法話のね最初に「皆さんこの夏桜見られましたか?」ってね質問されて、皆さんポカーンとされてました。私みたいな感じでね。そしたらねその質問っていうのがですね、その先生大阪から来られてるわけなんですけども、夏の桜をめぐってこんなことがあったんですよってお話をしてくださいました。その先生大阪で結構ね春になると桜並木がすごくきれいにねきれいなところでね生まれ育ったようでして、お寺もその近くにあるそうでして、はい、である夏、こんな感じのね暑い夏だったと思うんですね。夏ですから桜なんて咲いていませんけれども、その先生がねお寺の外をちょっと散歩されていた時に、桜、その夏の桜といったら今みたいに青葉がね生い茂ってますけど、その桜をじっくり見ていらっしゃるご年配の方がいらっしゃったんだそうです。こうやってじっと見てらっしゃる。 その方はその先生の娘さんの通っていらっしゃった小学校の元校長先生だったんだそうですけども、こうやってねじーっと見てらっしゃって、でね、その先生は気になって「一体何を見てらっしゃるんですか?」って聞かれたんだそうです。そしたらね、その元校長先生はこんなふうに「桜を見てるんですよ」っていうふうにおっしゃったんですね。あ、そうですけれども、じゃあ桜の一体何を見てるんでしょうかって言ったら、桜を見てるんですよっていうふうにね、なんかおかしな感じのね会話が続いたわけなんですけれども、で逆に校長先生がその先生に向かってね質問されました。先生、あなたは桜はいつご覧になられますかっていうふうにね質問されました。でその先生答えられます。私は桜がね満開になる春頃、4月3月頃に見ますかねっていうふうにおっしゃったんだそうです。そしたらね、その先生おっしゃいました。そうですか、春もとっても綺麗ですけれどもね、今この夏の桜もね、秋に向けてしっかり今自分の夏の命をしっかりと生きているんですよっていうふうに教えてくれたんです。この葉っぱを生い茂らして、そして秋になったら葉を散らして、次の春に向かって一生懸命生きてる、そういう桜なんですよ、ね、夏の桜もいいもんでしょっていうふうにお話しされた。その話聞いててね、私わーっていうふうに思いましたね。今まで夏の桜なんてね、見るに値しないものだっていうふうにね、勝手に思ってた自分がいたなっていうふうに思いました、ね。私たちどこか物事に今見るに値しないものとか、見るに値するものね、桜はもうそのものですよね。春こそ桜だって、夏なんて桜なんて見るもんじゃないっていうふうに勝手に思ってますけども、桜もね、夏を今の瞬間をねしっかり生きている、そういう命なんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います、ね。この私たちなんだか一つの命をね勝手に自分の価値観で分別してしまうっていうところがあると思います。分別っていうのはね、何回もこのご法話で触れてきましたけども、見えるかな、分けるっていうことですよね。見えますですかね、大丈夫ですかね。そう人間の知恵の世界というのは物事を分けていく、私のこの視点でいい悪いとかね、なんかねそういう感じで分けていく世界だと思うんですけども、逆にその校長先生がねおっしゃったこの桜の命、春だけじゃなくって秋も夏もね冬だって、ずっと尊い命を生きてるんですよっていうふうに、いい時期とか悪い時期、見るに値する時期と見るに値する時期を分けない、そういうね眼差しっていうのをね、仏様の眼差しで無分別というふうにね言います。何でもね出てきたかもしれません。これに分別に無をつけて無分別って言いますね。分別するものがないっていうことです。もともとは一つの命であるのに、これを無理やり分けるから、分け隔てすることから苦しみを作り出しているんですよっていうふうに教えてくださってるのが仏様でありますね。分けられない命をわざわざ私たちは分別して分けて、区別して生きている。これは私たちの多分癖なんでしょうね。ですからね、一つのものを、もともと一つだったものを分けてる。そうね、ちょっと待ってくださいよ。例えば、待ってください。漢字忘れちゃった。これで合ってるかな。はい。一つの命、ね、若い命と老いている命っていうふうにね分けたりすることありますよね。芸能人の姿とか見た時ね、あの人なんか前より老けたんじゃないのとかね、勝手に会ったことないのにこう言ったりねしますけれどもね、若いと老いの境ってねどこにあるんでしょうかね。 かりませんけれども、リタイアしたら老いていく方として見るんでしょうか、それとも年金もらい始めたら何ですかね、どうなんですかね。それでも60代の方でもリタイアされても現役の方もまだまだいらっしゃいますし、日本では75歳が後期高齢者っていうふうに言われていますけどもね、まだまだ元気な方いらっしゃいます。だから一体どこに境目があるんでしょうかね、不思議でありますけれども、もう一つありますね。一つの命を分ける、ちっちゃくなっていったらごめんなさい。健康と、一つの命を健康と病っていうふうにもね分けていく私じゃないかなっていうふうにも思います。あの人は元気ねとか、あの人はなんかちょっと元気がなくて病気がちよねっていうふうにね言ったりしますけれども、病気とこの健康のね境目もどこにあるんでしょうかね。お医者さんが「あなた病気ですよ」って言ったら病気になるんでしょうか。でもね、お医者さんは今のその状態をね私たちに教えてくださっているから、あなた風邪ですって言ったら風邪になるわけじゃないですよね。病気がちに見えても心は元気な方もいらっしゃいますし、元気に見えても心は病んでいらっしゃる方もいらっしゃいますから、一概には分別はできないことじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。こんなふうに一つの命を自分の物差しで分別していくから迷いを作っているんだよっていうふうに言います。迷いだよそれはって。迷いっていうのは漢字で書くと読めますか、ごめんなさい生死とも言われます。これ生死って一般的には言われますけど、仏教語では生死っていうふうに読みます。生きている生まれてから死ぬまでの間ね、そして自分の分別を使って、こう分けていって苦しみを作り出しているだけじゃなくて、この人間として命恵まれる前もそうやって繰り返して生きてきたんだよっていうその私の生き方っていうかこそを生死っていうふうに、表していただきます。そしてね、私たちが分別分け隔てする時にね、みんな同じ物差しを持っているわけなんですね。それが私が好きか嫌いかっていうところだと思うんですけれども、こうやって分けてるものをまた私たちね分別するんです。この若いのと置いていくのどっちがいいですか？やっぱこっちですよね。丸×ってつけちゃうかもしれない。じゃあこっちだ、健康とこっちがいいですよね。勝手にね、丸×をつけてしまっている。そしたらね、私たちっていうのは好きな方しか取らない、ね、若い方がいいし健康がいい、ね、病気や病っていうのは見えないように、ね、嫌なものは見えないようにするっていうふうにね、したがるんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。ね、いつまでも私もね元気でいたいし若くいたいなっていうふうに思いますから、ちょっと聞くか分かりませんけど野菜ジュースをね毎日作って食べたり飲んだりですね、運動もちょっと頑張ってやったりするんですけどもね、やっぱりこれは私自身が健康だったり若いっていうのが方が好ましいって思ってるからそうしてるんじゃないですかね、やっぱりね。で好ましくない老いとか病っていうのをこう生活から見えなくしているのが私たちじゃないですかっていうふうにねいろんな先生ご法話の中で教えてくださいます。本当は分けられない一つの命なのにこうやって嫌だこれが嫌だっていうふうにこう奥の方へ追いやってきたこと、でもいざそれらが私の身の上に起こった時に私の気持ちとは反対に起こった時にね、やっぱり誰も変わってもらえないんだよなって、引き受けていかないといけないんだよなっていうふうにね思うんですよね。そうやって自分から自分で分別することによって苦しみを作り出していくのが私のやり方ですよっていうことなんです。その最たるものがこれだと思うんです。生死っていうところですね。生き死にっていうふうに生死っていうふうに読む時もありますけども、一般的生死ですよね。 実はこの生死っていうのは分けられないものであるんですよね。実は私たち生きてるのが当たり前っていうふうに思ってて、そして死ぬのがこれめったになくてびっくりすることありますけど、本当はこの生死、この生き死にも一つに分けられないもの、二つに分けられないものだよっていうふうに教えてもらいます。ある先生がご法話の中でおっしゃってましたけども、あるね方が80代の男性が何としてでも長生きがしたくって死にたくないから、でも自分でね自分の力でどうにもならないから考え抜いて祈祷師さんに拝んでもらうことにしたんだそうです。でね、その祈祷師さんに「何歳まで長生きしたいの?」って言われてね「じゃあ90歳までじゃあお願いします」って言って「分かりました、じゃあ90歳で命が終わるようにしてあげますね」っていうふうにねしてで、いやちょっと命終わるとか言われたらちょっとなんかもうちょっと長生きしたい気がしますって言ってね、今度は100歳まででお願いしますって言ったんだそうです。分かりました、じゃあ100歳になったらぽっくりいくようにしてあげますねっていうふうにね言ってもらって祈祷しようかなってした時にね、やっぱりちょっとなんかね命終わるとかぽっくり終わるとかなんかちょっと納得いかないですっていうふうにおじいさん、ね、80歳の方おっしゃったら、でも祈祷師さんこんなふうにおっしゃったんだそうです。100歳まで生きることと100歳で命終わる、100歳で死ぬっていうことは同じなんじゃないですかっていうふうにおっしゃいました、ね、同じことですよね。100歳まで生きると100歳で死ぬっていうね、同じことを言い換えてるだけじゃないですかっていうふうにおっしゃった、ね、生きることばっかり言うけどもね、この命終わるね、やっぱり私たちは命終わっていくことが嫌なんですよね。離れていくのがやっぱり嫌です、でもこうやって一日一日生きるっていうことはまた一日一日命を終えていくことでもあるんですよね、命終わっていく世界っていうのが当たり前で、たまたま今ご縁をいただいて生きている私たちじゃないかなっていうところをね気づかせていただきました、だからこの生死のこの、ね、生きるの中にこういうね老いとか病とかこう健康とかが全部含まれているわけであって、ということはね私たちの問題は、ね、いくら老いとかこう、ね、病とかねそういうのを遠ざけようと思って若さとか健康をね追い求めようとしてもやっぱりこの死っていうところが全部を持っていってしまってるんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。だからこの死っていうところが解決しない限りにはねどのように生きていってもこの死というのが最後私の人生を持っていってしまっているね。だからこの解決ができたこそやっぱり自分のこの人生をね生きていけることじゃないかなっていうふうに思うんですね。その解決を引き受けたぞっていうふうにおっしゃってるのが真ん中にいらっしゃる阿弥陀如来様ですよって、あなたは人生を引き受けたよっていうふうにおっしゃっています。阿弥陀様はこの無分別の分け隔てない世界の仏様ですよっていうふうに言われます。私たちがいいとか悪いとか、年を取るとか病だとか、病気だとか健康だとかそんなことで分け隔てて生きているけどもね関係ないよって、私とあなたは一つの大きな命じゃないですかっていうふうにおっしゃっている。このお勤めの中で何遍も出てきます。何万打仏と出てきますけども、あなたの方でこの命苦しんでるだけだよって、あなたをこれ以上苦しみのね命にはさせたくないからどうか仏様のお浄土の世界にね仏に生まれていく行かせたいからどうか私の願いをね受け取ってくださいよっていうふうに何万打仏と唱えてくださいよっていうふうにね願い同士でいてくださってるのが仏様です。だから何万打仏っていうのは仏様がねどうかあなたのことを一人ぼっちにはしないし虚しい苦しみの命にはさせたくないからどうか何万打仏私に頼ってくださいよって言ってくださっているそのお声であります。私たちはね分け隔てばっかりして 自分だったり他人を傷つけながら生きる私でありますけども、分け隔てのないそういう仏の命に生まれさせますよ、ね、何万打仏と私のところに今働いてくださっている。私にはね見えませんし触れないし遠く離れてるように感じるけれども、それは私からの見方で、仏様からしてみたらねいつでも私とご一緒で、私に向かって働いてくださっている、そういう私が境目を作っているだけであって、仏様と私には仏様からは境目がなくて共にいつも会ってくださる、そういう方でございます。仏様のね、阿弥陀様の、お働きのことをですね、私たちは船に、大きな船に例えて聞かせていただいています。その船に対して私たちっていうのはこの分別の見方を持って、自分でねこう大きな海でこう沈んでしまっている大きな岩ですよっていうふうに言われますけれども、でも私がどのような生き方をしていても、心にどんなことを抱えていてもね、いつ命はてくかわからない、そういう生き方をしている私だからこそね、だからこそね私を分け隔てなくねそのままその大きな船に乗せてくださっているんですよ。何万打仏と聞こえているのは、今私たちはその大きな船にねよいしょと乗せていただいている、そういう瞬間なんですよって聞かせていただきます。だからこの命ね、いつ終わっていったとしても、何万打仏の大きな仏様の船の上ですから、私たちはね同じ港に向かって港にね着く用意がねもうしっかりできているわけであります。だからねこの船の大きな船の上にもいるんだから、私たちすることはもうそのこの身をね任せるだけであるんですね。この大きな命の問題っていうところがね解決されているからこそ、私たちは、ね、この人生いろんなことあるかもしれないけども、自分なりにねこうドタバタジタバタしながらね生き抜かせていただくことができるかなっていうふうに思います。私ねこう見えてすごい泣き虫なんですね。恥ずかしいですけども大人になっても昔からね泣き虫ですけどもこんな大人になってもですね泣き虫であります。小さな頃からやっぱりね人とね他人を比べてね、私なんでこんなこともできんのだろうかってね劣等感を抱えながらいました。一生懸命頑張るんだけどね思い通りにいかないようなね、で悔しい思いをしてはねもう母にいつも泣きべそを書いてねそういうふうにね泣きべそを書いてはこう母に話をしてはっていうふうに生きてきましたけども、今もねお恥ずかしながらこんな大人になってもねたまにですけども母にね泣きべそを書くこともあります。きっとまあねこの、見えないけども私のように同じように分かんないですけども、自分と他人をね比べて苦しんだりで思い通りにいかない現実に悔しい思いをしてね、そしてしんどい思いをこう抱えながらその日をね生きておられる方もねきっと多いんじゃないかなというふうに思います。その思いをねやっぱり世間を生きる中ではやっぱりひた隠しに心配させないようにするために隠しながら生きてるのがね私たちじゃないかなって思います。私はねありがたいことにね母がいてくれますから、もうちょっともうどうにもならんって苦しい時はねやっぱり母と話すようにさせていただいてます。ありがたいことに私がどんなにこう他人と自分を比べてね落ち込んでも自分自身を蔑んでも母は絶対に否定しません。こんな私がダメだからとかここがダメだからっていうふうにもね責めません。泣いてても怒っててもね私がねそういう状況であってもね受け止めてくれるからね、私は安心して愚痴をこう言われるわけなんで、心を開いてねなんていうんですかね、安心して自分をさらけ出すことができるわけであります。やっぱり私たちというのはそういう人のこう前だとねやっぱり自分を飾らなくていいし、自分らしく入れるんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。 アメリカに来て、一人で来ましたけれどもね、生活には少しずつ慣れましたけど、ふと夜中こう考え込んで、どうしようもないなっていう時もあります、たまにね。で電話しようかなって思う時もあるんですけども、でもそういう時ってね、時差がやっぱり日本とありますから、で向こうはねちょっと反対の時間を生きてますから、電話がつながらなかった時、なんてやっぱり一人ぼっちなのかっていうふうにね、落ち込むこともあります。でもね、そういう時、目が覚めてお家にあるお仏壇の前にね行って手をね合わせてみたんですね。何万ダブ何万ダブって言ってみました。そしたら、そうだったなって思いました。また私一人で自分で分け隔てて苦しんでる私だったなっていうふうに思いました。一人ぼっちだっていうふうに考えてても、阿弥陀様は一人ぼっちにはさせないっていう、二人ぼっちの私と仏様であったなっていうことをね思ったらね、なんかちょっとだけホッとしたというかね、少しだけ安心してまた眠りにつくことがねできたことがあります。お仏壇の前でこう手を合わせていただくご縁をね繰り返すたんびにね、やっぱりそうだったなそうだったなっていうふうに繰り返し思い出させていただくことができるかなっていうふうに思います。そう思えるのはこのお仏壇の前だけじゃありませんし、このお寺の本堂の仏様の前だけじゃないです。お念仏何万打仏お唱えする中、その人生はねいつでも仏様の腕の中であります。だから大きな大きな仏様に私たちは今抱きしめられている、そんな、大きな何万打仏の命を今命いっぱいにいただいている私たちであります。だからね、私たち安心して私が私の人生を生きていけます。分け隔てする私の世界だけども、その私たちをそのまま分け隔てず、分け隔てない仏様の大きな船の上にね乗せてくださっている、その船の上だからね、笑ったり泣いたりね怒ったりねしながら、私らしくね安心して生きていけるんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。私たちお互いみんな仏様となっていくね尊い命をねお互いいただいておりますからね、お互い大事にしながらね歩ませていただければなというふうに思います。はい、お話を聞いていただきありがとうございました。ではちょっとまたいつもの通り長くなってしまいましたけれども、これで締めさせていただきます。ご一緒に合唱お念仏申しましょう。ナマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダーツナンマンダー。はい。
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the Japanese Howa. I'll turn on the lights, and if you wish, I did go ahead and refresh the incense just a little bit if you'd like to offer incense before you go. Thank you, everyone.